guys, it's Morgan. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to get this purple, vibrant, smoky eye, cool look. So if you like it, then please keep watching. Today I'm going to be wearing the Estee Lauder Double Wear, and I'm just going to apply that on my face with a beauty blender. Oh, wrong way. Dot it over my face, so that's what I'm going to do right now. So I'm using the Estee Lauder Double Wear for this tutorial. It's one of my favorite foundations. I like that and the L'Oreal Pro Matte Infallible foundation. They're very similar, but the L'Oreal I feel is a little bit thicker in consistency, but they give pretty much the same amount of coverage. This foundation covers really well, which is why I'm taking it with a sponge, with a damp sponge, to sort of lessen the coverage and give it more of a natural finish. The Double Wear foundation actually canceled out some of the under eye circles that I have, but I'm still just going to go in anyway for the sake of this video. I don't wear foundation on like an everyday basis at all. I just wear it occasionally, but since we're doing like a full face makeup tutorial, I'm gonna go like full on out. So I am using the LA Girl Pro Conceal HD High Definition Concealer thing, and I'm just gonna use the tip of my beauty blender and just blend that into my skin. Now I'm going to be filling in my eyebrows. I've already filled them in because this is like afternoon time and I went out this morning, so I've filled in my eyebrows already, but I'm just going to, since some parts are a little bit like rubbed off, I'm just gonna fill it in. And if you're wondering what I use for my brows, I actually use the e.l.f. cream liner, and I use it sort of as a dip brow pomade, and it works great for me. And the trick with it is using very little and just dispersing the color with an angled brush. And I've been using this for almost a year, and maybe more than a year. Okay, to start off with the eyes, I'm just gonna prime my eyelids. Just so we can make sure that the eyelids won't crease. Now that I have that blended out, I'm just gonna take my setting powder again, and I'm gonna just put that all over my lid, just so we can set the primer. And it makes the colors I put on top easier to blend. Transition shade, especially like considering, you want to keep in mind what kind of look you're doing, but an orange one works for me this time. I'm actually going to be using LA Colors in Terracotta. It's just a single eyeshadow. I also really like using my NYC Sunny Bronzer as a transition shade, but I actually forgot to bring it with me as I went on winter break. So I'm just going to use this LA Colors one. And I'm trying to decide what brush I'm going to use. I think, let me zoom in a little bit more on my face. I apologize. So yeah, I think I'll use this one. So I'm just using a little crease brush. It's sort of like domed at the top, tapered. And yeah, okay, that looks good. I'm just going to blend that into my outer crease. If I start putting on any color, I'm going to start with a black base, and the reason for that is that the shadow I'm going to be using, you'll see, is going to look a little bit more intense over a black base and a little bit more smoky, so that's why I'm putting a black base instead of a white base underneath my eye. I mean underneath my eyeshadow. And this is the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in Black Bean. I really recommend getting both Milk and Black Bean as base colors. If you haven't already, those are like my two favorite. I use them all the time. So, I know it looks sloppy, but we're just gonna blend this out. So it doesn't have to be super opaque, you're just gonna like smudge it everywhere. Okay, now that you have your black base on and you look pretty crazy, I'm now going to be taking The Anastasia Self-Made palette. I got this for Christmas from my sister, and okay, this is what it looks like. So pretty. And so that's what it looks like. Oh, there's a mirror here. Brush is like about to fall out. And I'm going to be taking this color right here, which is called Deep Purple, and putting that over my eyelid. It also comes with a really cute brush. I'm like trying to decide, no, I want a flat brush. This is actually my first time using the palette, so I'm super excited. I haven't even swatched them yet, so because they're too pretty to swatch. And that's actually that plus the electric palette, which I got in like a small amount, like small time span, are like the only high-end eyeshadows I own. Well, high-end eyeshadow palette that I own, since I don't usually buy high-end stuff. So this is a really, really pretty deep purple shade, and by putting it over the black, it just sort of brings out the interesting sheen that it has. Another palette that I have now is the Urban Decay Electric palette, and we're going to be taking the color Jilted into the crease, so it's this one. It's like this magenta-y shade, and I'm going to be taking that right up in the crease. Very lightly though, and I'm going to be taking the brush from the palette and putting that in my crease. Oh yeah, it's such a pretty color. I just realized I'm probably going to wing this out a little bit, so I'll fix this, but yeah, I decided that I'm probably going to make it wing, the eyeshadow shape wing out a little bit more, so I'm going to try to do that. Black shadow, I'm going to be taking this color right here in this Revlon palette. It's in the number 583 Exotic, and you can use any black shade obviously. And I'm taking that on a little crease brush from e.l.f. And I'm just going to put that right up in my corner, very, very gently, because I don't want to mess up the shape. But I'm just going to use that to define my outer corner. So now I'm actually going to go back in and add a little bit more of Jilted, just because we lost it a little bit when we were putting in the black. A little bit of Savage, which is this bright pink right here, and I'm also blending that into my crease. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the inner corner, and for the inner corner I'm actually going to put a yellow. So going back to this Revlon palette right here, taking that bright yellow in the palette. So this is a pretty vibrant yellow already. I'm using a matte. You can use a shimmer, but I prefer a matte for this look. And I'm just putting that right up in my crease. And just trying to build it up so it's as vibrant as possible. Okay, I'm gonna apply this to the waterline. And this is like a lime green sort of a shade. I'm actually going to take that a little bit further down the waterline, onto the lash line, so we get that pop of green. So my camera cut off, and like the memory card died, which really sucked. But basically what I did was, you saw me putting yellow and the green liner, and then I put more of the Jilted color underneath, as well as the purple shade and a bit of black, and I used Spirit Rock from the Self-Made palette. So that's that, and I also refilled in my brows because they looked, I don't know, it's not a good brow day. So our next step, I also put a little bit of two orange dots in the inner corner, because I drew I draw my eye designs before I do them. So I drew this eye design with orange liquid liner in the corner. So I'm gonna do that. The Kleancolor Vibrant Duo Eyeliner from shopmissy.com, and it's just an orange color, and it's just I'm just gonna be making 2 dots. Oh, that one's a little big. Curl my eyelashes and put on mascara. Oh, these are perfect. So that's what those look like. Oh my gosh, I really like these. Okay, so basically they're just really separated and fluttery, which is perfect. This makeup almost reminds me of like a tropical bird or something, and I love it. Okay, let me put on the other eye. A septum. I'm trying to decide this one or this one. I think I like this one. So I got these from Shop Missy, which you guys probably saw in my last video, but I don't know, I just think they're fun to play with and change up the look. But now I'm gonna bronze up my face. Actually, I put this in later. I'm gonna do some bronzer and blush. Tan Rawr bronzer, and this is in the color Waikiki Matte. Yeah. So this bronzer is a little bit on the dark side for me, so I just try to apply it lightly, and I'm gonna put a blush over it because otherwise it might look a little muddy on my skin, which is another thing off Shop Missy. It's the Kleancolor Spotlight Blush, and it's in the color 03 Sable. And it's a perfect peachy color. You're not going to want to go too pink because of the eyes. So a neutral peachy shade is the best way to go. And I'm just generously applying that above my bronzer, on the apples of my cheek. A shimmery bronzer, I'm going to use a sort of more subtle highlight. I'm going to use a more subtle highlight, and I'm using Wet n Wild Reserve Your Cabana. Looks like this. And I'm just going to be putting that on the tops of my cheekbones with the same blush brush. Just right over the blush for a little bit of added glow. So for the lips, I'm going to try this color from Milani, and it's called Rose Femme. guys so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe if you like this tutorial. If you want to see more tutorials, be sure to comment down below and tell me that you like this. And yeah, I look forward to the next video. Bye guys, thanks.